Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
We're going for a ride today. Nowhere exciting. We just have to get out of the house while they spray for bugs. Spiders, specifically. It's getting to be that time of year. It's a bit chilly out, so I gave myself permission to don the Stormtrooper hoodie, also known as Oi! I want to pull their collars and leashes out of the drawer, but as soon as I do, they'll go nuts and I won't hear the end of it until we have a chance to leave. Every other time, they've been here like 8 or 9 in the morning. We're now pushing 10, and they still haven't arrived. And I even got an email confirmation, so I know they're coming. The alternative, I suppose, is to live with the spiders. Will you eat them? The answer, by the way, is no. Wicket does not eat spiders, or anything that moves, or might be considered an insect. I really don't want to do this, but if I don't get some caffeine in me, I'll get a headache. I guess I'm just going to have to be over-caffeinated today. They never came. Hey, bunny. How are you? I'm not gonna harm you. I'm just vlogging. Say hi to YouTube. I still have several errands to run and a Vlogger Fair meeting to attend, though I don't have much to report to my Vlogger Fair crew at this time. And in case you're wondering, Wicket and Pixie are not with me. They're back at home. I just didn't bother to remove the crate from the car before I left. I remember when I first started Locker Gnome, I would work intensely through a weekend, and then for the next couple of weeks, it wouldn't be as intense. I mean, I would still be working, but the average day would be like any other day for me. So Fridays were like Mondays, and Mondays were like Fridays. Not so much anymore. I have to be honest, 24/7. How does that work? I work longer, work harder than I did in the beginning. Really, I want to know. How does that work? Then again, work has been work, but not work like most people have work to do. I mean, I still do work, and it's work. And some days are more difficult than others, but if I had to choose a different career, I wouldn't. I guess if I had to choose, then I'd have to choose. But if I had a choice to take another career, I would not take that choice. It takes an awful lot of discipline, not just to be an entrepreneur, but to work at home as well. Someone sent me a Star Wars comic. I don't know if it's a collector's item or if I can open it up and read it. Well, even if it is a collector's item, I want to open it up and read it. Some people, when they reach the age of 40, aren't satisfied with what they've done for the first 40 years of their life. And hopefully everyone will make it to a second 40 out there who happens to be watching right now. I certainly hope to hit 80, 90, 100. I don't want to die. I've always hated the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 10 years? Because I never know the answer. I never care to know the answer. It stresses me out to wonder where I'm going to be in 5 years. 10 years. The only way to control the future is to control the present. And the only way to control the past is to control the present. So, control the present. I always figured that if I took care of myself today, I wouldn't have to worry about 5 years, 10 years from now. Or, I mean, 5 years from now, but I wouldn't have to worry about the future. It's been like autumn for the past couple of days. Makes me wonder if summer skipped us again. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm not complaining. Damn it. Nothing like riding the line there, dude. I came here early, although I don't know if we're going to be meeting today, since none of us really has anything new to report.
No, she was somewhere else.
Still, for the coffee, it was worth the journey. Oh, good blend. I dropped the camera again. And the real irony is that I was trying to put on the wrist strap. Everything seems okay from here, although I think the lens is just a bit loose. I may have to re-adhere it to the base. I'm going to be spending my entire day in the car. I don't think I can return home for another 2 hours because the bug people finally came at a time when it would be bugging me. The Vlogger Fair meeting went well. It was just Lynn and me. Didn't really spend a lot of time talking about Vlogger Fair, but more about other opportunities that we know exist. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about my need of finding someone to help pursue sponsors. Well, it turns out that a lot of people who consider themselves influencers, or event producers, YouTubers, bloggers, not vloggers, bloggers, the people who still write, believe it or not, they still exist. We have this deep need to connect with sponsors. Well, I don't know who all the influencers are, and I don't necessarily know who all the sponsors are, but I know there's a need to construct some kind of advocacy group for people on either side of that equation. So now I'm trying to think through how to create an online form where I can collect all relevant information from a potential influencer who wants to get sponsored, and then on the same page, possibly, another form to collect information from sponsors who are looking to sponsor influencers, and potentially be creating an advocacy group of sorts. Not an agency, a bureau? I gotta put a finer point on it, but my entrepreneurial mind is spinning around it. I just gotta figure out how to do it now. It's not the idea, it's the execution. The real kicker is, in all the agencies that I've ever worked with, none of them have people like me working inside them. So my value add, as someone who wants to put something like this together, organizing connections between influencers and sponsors, my value add is that I am a content producer. I am someone who's worked on that side of the industry and knows how it works. Very few, if any, agencies have that. I know I could do it differently, and I'm pretty sure I can do it well. I moved from one coffee spot to another so I could have rosemary cashews and read my Star Wars comic, which apparently Orest sent. Thank you, Orest. That's probably one of the best pictures I ever took. I'm glad to have it immortalized in a postcard. Thanks again, Robert. And here's the chaser from Ollie. One of the worst pictures of me, but that's okay. I appreciate the effort of the postcard, even though I hate still pictures of myself. I do so much better in video, don't I? Don't screen cap that. I don't know if no soliciting means something else to everybody else who comes to my door trying to sell me something, including people who are trying to give me a service that I already have. Comcast sent a representative to my door. He's canvassing the neighborhood, so I took his card and reported him. Oh, and shame on you, Comcast, or Xfinity, or whatever you're calling yourself this week. We haven't seen Mommy today because we've been too loud. At least that's what we've been told, so shh. How you can expect to have a quiet life around Chris Pirillo is beyond me. What I don't understand is why games and apps cost 99 cents on my smartphone and 10 times as much on the computer. This means something. See? Seattle has blue skies. At night. Y'all are gonna have to trust me. It's good. What did humanity do before beans? Are you gonna join me for a thinking session, Pixie? We'll be entrepreneurs together. Although you're more like an entrepreneur. Thanks for commenting, liking, and sharing all our videos.